All right, Jim, thank you. Well, right now, some of the nation's top young entrepreneurs are in Detroit for the Forbes Under 30 Summit. 7 Action reporter Jennifer Ann Wilson takes us on a trip to the historic Masonic Temple for a look at all the action.
4 days and thousands of millennials have all descended for Forbes' very first Under 30 held right here in Detroit. Thankfully, you don't have to be under 30 to attend. 20,000 young entrepreneurs from around the world are nominated. Only an elite group is chosen for Forbes' 30 Under 30 list.
It's entrepreneurs from all different categories, whether it's fintech, blockchain, AI, food, social media, entertainment, retail, and sports.
This week's summit includes past and present list members, as well as people who just want to meet them. Forbes believes they'll learn as much from each other as the host city, which this year, for the very first time, is Detroit.
Help the entrepreneurs see that and then really learn from what's been happening in Detroit.
And showing and featuring Detroit as a place that's a hotbed for entrepreneurship.
It's extra exciting for Forbes finalist Drew Edwards. He's from Rochester, Michigan. He co-founded Pangea Educational Development after a trip he took when he was just 18 years old.
And I ended up volunteering in Uganda in one of the refugee camps.
While there, he met kids who had little to no access to books. When he returned home, he started Pangea.
We have mobile libraries that are like a Netflix subscription model, so it lowers the cost of access to books for folks. The other ones are that we're just trying to get them out in the market, working with the government, working with different organizations to get them in schools.
Then he realized the books they were sending weren't relevant to the kids trying to read them, so now
we publish local children's oral folklore in Uganda.
Then expanding to turn folklore from refugees in other countries into children's books as well. And then Edwards realized kids right here in the United States need to read these stories too. So now he's working with schools right here in the U.S.
We're really concerned with how children see themselves and how they learn about others. And by adding just a couple different voices that we don't often hear into children's literature here, we're hoping that it helps make a better world for everybody to live in.
On Tuesday, these thousands of millennials are all having different experiences and tours in the city of Detroit, and Forbes says they also plan to be back here for 2 more years. In Detroit, I'm Jennifer Ann Wilson, 7 Action News.